Welcome to the 94th video in our series about Unix tools. In this video, I'm going to continue showing you how to use Git. In the last video, I was surprised by the output of Git log name status for our renames, since the status was given as R100 and not just R. I have researched this to find out what the 100 means. As I guessed in video 93, it means the old and new files are 100% identical, which is what we expect from a rename without any changes. In this video, we'll add a file and commit it, and we'll change and rename it in one commit to see what the Git log name status output will be. Then we'll learn about tags, if we have time, and if we do, I'll come back and show you this page with the rest of the information. I'm in my Yo directory, and I need to add a file. And you can see we have a new file, testit1. And I need to commit that. I probably should do a git status just to be safe, and you can see it's marked for add and it is staged. So we'll commit that. Okay, so I said we were going to add something and then we were going to rename it. And we know our test program is called test me, but the man page we just committed is for test it, our old name. So we need to do a git mv testit.1 to testme.1. And if we do a git status, we can see the rename has been scheduled or staged. But if we do a man on this file, it still says test it inside the file. We need to change all those to test me. So we have done a rename, and now we're going to modify before we commit. So I'm going to VI the test. It's now called test me, and I'm going to change every test it to test me, and I want to change every uppercase test it to test me. I'm going to save it. And now it looks good. So, wonderful. What would we see if we did get status? You see RM. So it's been renamed, and then it's been modified after it was renamed. So let's add testme.1 so that we can stage our modifications. We'll run get status again, and it just shows R. And if we did get status long, will we see more? No, it just knows there's been a rename. Fine, let's commit. Okay, it's committed. And it's right there with the right name, test me. So if we do a man on testme.1, it does the right thing. You notice I have to use this / prefix to make sure I run the man software using this input and not some other test me that might exist on the man path. Okay. The moment of truth. Git log name status. And we look for this, and now you can see R52. So now you understand, I hope, 52% of the stuff was changed. And you think, 52, but that's half of the file. So it's renamed and 52% changed. Come on, show me the patch. How do we see the patch output for the change between this and this? We've seen many different ways, but the easiest one, since it's the top commit, is just to do head to head. Are we ready? Sure we are. Now we're looking to see, yes, similarity index 52%. So that's where the 52 comes from. What was changed? If we take a look, we can see, okay, this line was changed, and no, this line was changed, this line was changed, this line was changed. Is that really 52%? Well, on a short file like that, it probably is. And if you look at the diff stat output, you can see one file changed, 4 insertions, 4 deletions, and then when we look at test me.1, it's only 13 lines. So, okay, 52% sort of makes sense. And that explains the mystery of the R100s and what those mean. Why do they show up in the git log name status, but they don't show up when we do git status before we do the commit? I don't know for sure, but that's just how it is. Okay, I said we'd look at tags if we had time in this video. I don't think we have time in this video. So instead, let's take a look at just what's in this file, testme.1, for that man page. 288 bytes. And when we looked at it, it's a simple man page, but at least it tells you what the stuff does. Test.me has no options, so we don't need much about options. And it's not part of any other package, so we don't have to talk about that. This is a good enough man page. How hard is it to write a decent man page? That's all it takes. It's really simple. And yet so many people are lazy and don't create the man pages, which is sort of a disappointment. This is processed through groff, which is a roff descendant, and it uses the traditional AN macro package for man pages. There are other ways to create them, but this is the way that it's been done since the 1970s, and this is the style I recommend you use. And in another video, I'll describe what all the macros mean. The macros are the things that start with a dot. Okay, the lines that start with a dot, those are macros. But we don't have time in this video to dig that deep. But I just wanted to show you that creating a simple man page is not really difficult. We've reached the end of this video. We did not have time to look at the tags. We're going to do that in the next video. I had many videos that went over time, and I'm trying to make up for it. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for listening.